Alright, so definition of continuity, a function that can be graphed throughout its domain with one continuous motion of the pen, that is without lifting the pen, is an example of continuous motion. Itu highlight of continuity lah. Sebenarnya cerita dia kata kalau kita nak lukis graph, boleh lukis tanpa angkat pen. Then for sure that graph is continuous. Kalau awak lukis tu kena angkat pen, then dia bukan continuous lah, discontinuous. That's for example in our lecture note. Now we have two different types of graph. The first graph tu it's curving kan, kita tahulah function dia apa, it doesn't matter. But then for the first graph, kalau awak lukis tu okay, macam tu je, awak boleh lukis without lifting up the pen, so it's basically continuous function. Kalau the second graph, now dia dah jadi piecewise function. So the first graph is about quadratic macam tu. Then we have an empty circle. Dia sambung pula dengan dense circle, and then we have a negative linear. Kat kawasan yang saya tengah circlekan ni, obvious nampak graph awak terputus kat situ. So from there we can conclude that this is discontinuous function. Secara basicnya, that is differences between continuous and discontinuous. But then not necessary every function awak boleh lukis kan. Bukan semua function yang keluar tu awak reti nak lukis graph dia. So now in this subtopic we will learn on how to check continuity for every single function. Semua graph yang ada kita nak check dia continuous ke dia discontinuous sebenarnya. Okay. So now here are a few example of discontinuous function. Okay, saya label ikut nombor lah. The first one tu, graph yang pertama, nampak bentuk V tu, dia macam graph absolute value. So, kalau dari segi lukis tu kita nampak macam kita continuous graph kan, macam graph tu bersambung. But then, be careful, kat A tu, we have an empty circle. So when it comes to an empty circle, for sure you know that is undefined value. Dia bukannya exactly at that point. It's approaching that point. Dia bukan betul-betul duduk kat A, dia menghampiri je A. So careful here, this is discontinuous. Sebab kita classify graph tu tak bersambung sebenarnya. Okay, and then moving on, we have a second graph. It's positive linear. Same juga, nampak macam graph tu graph continuous, straight je, positive linear. But then empty circle and dense circle lies on different places. Awak nampak kat situ bahagian empty circle duduk atas graph, dense circle define value dia duduk kat bawah, different places. So that's why kita concludekan limit does not equal to the define value. Kalau dia ada dense circle, ini sebenarnya define value dia. So that's why we classify this also as discontinuous graph. Okay, moving on. Third graph. Ini macam contoh tadi lah, obvious now. Dense circle and empty circle lies on different places. Kat sini tengah-tengah tu awak memang nampak graph awak terputus. Limit from left different from limit from right. Maksudnya kat sini, kalau on the left side ini graph kita A from left. Graph macam tu. And then A from right, graph negative linear. So limit does not exist sebab graph kita tak bersambung. Dia duduk kat tempat yang berbeza. So this is also discontinuous. And then last one, ni lagi obvious lah, awak nampak we have a dotted line at A. For sure you know that would be the asymptote. So kalau ada asymptote, sama juga graph kita akan jadi discontinuous. Okay, itu contoh-contoh graph yang discontinuous lah. Okay, so now kita nak tengok pula how do we check continuity. Kalau kita tak ada graph, macam mana kita nak check continuity tu? So basically we have to perform continuity test. Altogether we have 3 different tests. Test number 1, we must check whether x value is exist. C kat sini maksudnya value of x lah. Dia tulis kat situ kan, x equal to C. So FC must be exist. Exist here means awak substitute awak dapat jawapan. Bahasa mudahnya macam tu lah. Dia bukannya no solution. So it's defined value. Substitute dapat nombor. Maksudnya jawapan kita wujud. So itulah boleh lepas the first test. Okay, and then second test, limit of function must be exist. When it comes to existence of limit, remember first subtopic 8.1 awak dah belajar. Existence of limit stated that limit x approaches from left must be the same as limit x approaches from right. So kat sini maksudnya awak kena carilah limit kiri dia berapa, limit kanan dia berapa. If it's the same, then limit exists. Itu untuk second test. Okay, moving on to the third test. Value of limit must be the same as defined value. So jawapan kat test yang pertama mesti sama dengan jawapan yang kat test kedua. So kalau jawapan dia sama, paslah test ketiga. Kalau jawapan dia tak sama, dia fail test ketiga. So in order to conclude that our function is continuous, dia mesti pass all three tests. Kalau tiga-tiga test ni kita dapat jawapan kita positif, then maksudnya dia continuous. Kalau salah satu dah sangkut, then dia akan jadi discontinuous. So that's about continuity test. Kita terus jawab example. So we have two different type of question. First, soalan tu dia bagi graph. Nampak graph dah cantik, then awak tahulah, boleh nampak dah it's continuous or discontinuous. Okay, second dia akan bagi dalam bentuk function. Itu nanti kita tengok next example. So first example kita tengok dulu, from the graph determine whether the function f(x) is continuous at ada 6 different points on this graph. So we have to examine one by one. Satu-satu kita nak tengok sekarang ni point ni continuous or discontinuous. Okay, so we start with the first point, x equal to -5. Negative 5 ni saya highlight. So focus on negative 5 itself. Kita tengok kat situ. Kalau saya tarik, saya highlight color kuning. Itu kawasan untuk negative 5. Alright, so ada dense circle kat situ, maksudnya define value. And then kita ada graph negative linear. But then that graph is basically 5 from right. Tapi kalau kita tengok bahagian belakang, 5 from left, kita tak ada graph langsung. So, bila tak ada graph, kita boleh conclude sebenarnya limit does not exist. Dia tak ada limit kat sini. Limit ada bahagian kanan je. Bahagian kiri tak ada limit. So, from here kita boleh terus conclude that at -5, this is discontinuous. Nampak macam graph tu wujud kan? Okay, tapi sebab dia tak ada datang daripada arah kiri, from the left side tak ada graph langsung. Sebab tu kita conclude discontinuous at -5. Okay, moving on, kita pergi second point, -3. Saya highlight color purple sekarang, kawasan -3. So from here, obvious from the graph awak nampak graph awak tu tak bersambung. Empty circle and then circle lies on different places. Yang empty circle tu merujuk kepada dia punya limit. Dan circle tu merujuk kepada dia punya defined value. So it lies on different places, maksudnya value dia dah tak sama. Nanti kalau kita kira calculation, dia akan fail third test. So from here kita terus buat conclusion lah. Nampak dah graph awak tu tak bersambung. Discontinuous. Okay, moving on, kita pergi kepada x equal to -1. Saya highlight color hijau sekarang, -1. Okay, kalau tengok kat -1 tu, nampak cantik lah, graph tu dia lukis dengan cantik, bersambung, and then our dense circle lies on -1, maksudnya value kita define lah kat situ. So kita boleh conclude it's continuous at x equal to -1. Next point, kita pergi kepada 2. So when x equal to 2, focus on the graph, saya highlight color biru. So nampak macam graph bersambung. Ini macam nota awal tadi, graph tu bersambung. So limit from left equal to limit from right. But then define value, our dense circle, bulat hitam tu, duduk ke atas, lies on the different places. So still categorized as discontinuous function. Ini tak boleh bukan continuous walaupun nampak graph tu macam bersambung. Okay, next one. At 4, x equal to 4. Ini saya rasa sama macam juga nota tadi. Saya highlight color pink sekarang. Obvious kat situ, it's dotted line. Graph does not exist there. That is basically an asymptote. So maksudnya ini pun discontinuous. Itu asymptote, itu bukan graph sebenarnya. Okay, and last one at x equal to 6. Saya highlight color orange. Kita sekarang ada quadratic, positive quadratic graph. Graph kita cantik bersambung. Even though tak nampak dia punya dance circle, dia adalah kat atas tu sebenarnya. Okay, saya tambah. Dance circle lies there. Kalau dia tak lukis macam tu, maksudnya adalah dance circle duduk kat situ So, we can conclude that this is continuous. Habis cerita. That is basically how you differentiate between continuous and discontinuous function based on a graph. Ini konsep simple lah kan. Tapi kalau dia dah bagi graph lah, nampak senang. Kalau soalan tu tak bagi graph, macam mana pula kita nak check continuity? So, saya proceed next example. Contohnya macam ni. So, most of the time soalan akan bagi dalam bentuk piecewise lah. Sebab function dia akan ada banyak-banyak, baru kita boleh nak check continuity, dia continuous or discontinuous. Kalau dia sekadar ada satu je function kat situ, bukannya bentuk piecewise, awak dah boleh tahulah dia memang confirm continuous. So ingat, when it comes to continuity, most of the time soalan akan melibatkan piecewise function. Okay, and then saya dah lukis dah kat situ number line as usual in order to avoid careless mistake so that you choose the correct function for one-sided limit. Okay, first one, we have to determine whether f is continuous at first point we have x equal to 1. So, sebab kita tak ada graph, kita kenalah buat continuity test. So, remember from our note just now, first test would be define value. So, first step kita nak cari f1. So, how do we find this? Focus on our number line. Saya boxkan sekarang. At 1. Kita ada two different dot kat situ kan. Empty circle dengan dense circle. And then when it comes to define value, mesti pilih yang ada dense circle. Bulat hitam. Itu yang maksudnya termasuk. Included. Sebab tu kita punya function sekarang akan jadi 3x. So in order to find f1, so 3 times 1, dapatlah 3. That will be the first test. So kita dah pass the first test because kita dapat value. It's defined there. Okay, moving on, kita pergi kepada second test. Second test, ingat dia mesti check limit exist ataupun tak. So sekarang kita kena check one from left. Ini yang belakang dengan one from right. Jawapan dia sama ke tak sama? So kiralah satu-satu. Start with limit x approaches 1 from left. So our function is 3x. So substitute this. Kita dapat jawapan 3. Okay. After that kita check pula limit x approaches 1 from right. So 1 from right, function yang sebelah kanan pula. So dia ada 3. So our answer here also would be 3. Since we get the same answer from the left and from the right, baru kita boleh buat conclude. Limit x approaches 1 fx is basically 3. So limit exists. Kita pass second test. And then dah settle, kita moving on to the third test. So third test cerita pasal jawapan kat test pertama, kita mesti check sama tak dengan jawapan kat test yang kedua. So here, jawapan test pertama 3. Saya highlight lah color kuning Jawapan yang test pertama tadi 3. Second test pun jawapan kita 3. Maksudnya samalah tu. So we can conclude that f1 is basically equal to limit of x approaches 1 equal to 3. So dia dah dapat pass test yang ketiga. Bila 3 test kita dah pass, barulah kita boleh buat conclusion. So basically fx is continuous at x equal to 1. Habis cerita. Panjanglah cerita dia sebenarnya. That's how we check continuity of a function. So far okay ke? Boleh follow?
Boleh, Miss.
Alright, macam senang je kan. Jangan risau, biasanya function dia keluar senang-senang je. Dia tak keluar pun function yang susah-susah. Awak substitute dapatlah jawapan. Okay, kita still use the same function, but now we have to check at x equal to 6. So focus at 6, saya kotakkan sekarang. Repeat the same process. So first test, we have to find f6. So refer to our number line, make sure we choose the then circle awak punya included value. So now we will choose 3. Dapat dia jawapan, so dia define. Alright, we pass the first test. And then moving on, kita pergi kepada second test. So ingat second test involving limit. So we have to do 6 from left and 6 from right. So limit x approaches 6 from left. Macam biasa, choose the correct function so that we 3. And then repeat the same process. Limit x approaches 6 from right of our function now would be x squared minus 3. So substitute this out, we get 33. 1 dapat 3, 1 dapat 33. Obvious tak sama kat situ. So by using the concept of existence of limit, sebab tak sama jawapan, then we can conclude that limit does not exist. Sebab sekarang jawapan kita tak sama. Satu lain, satu lagi lain. So bila kita dah fail the second test, tak payahlah pergi kepada third test. Confirm lah jawapan dah tak sama kan. So kita boleh terus straight away jump to our conclusion. Means that f(x) is discontinuous at x equal to 6. Okay. Dia macam tu je. Ikut je turutan satu-satu. Kalau first test dah fail, lagilah terus buat conclusion je discontinuous. Nanti kita check ada tak yang tu. Saya rasa next question kot. Okay, macam ni cukup. Second test je. Alright. Kita pergi kepada next one. Still the same function, but now we have to check at x equal to negative 5. So saya fokus kepada negative 5. So remember, first test, check define value. So now f of negative 5, ingat kita mesti pilih included value dan circle. So kat negative 5 tu obvious tak ada dan circle kan. So kita tak ada define function there. Maksudnya f of negative 5 is undefined. Tak ada graph yang included negative 5. So bila dia dah fail the first test, tak payah pergi limit, tak payah pergi check yang ketiga lah. Awak terus boleh buat conclusion. So f(x) is discontinuous. Kita terus dah boleh buat conclusion the discontinuous dah awal-awal. Okay. Settle. Kita pergi last one for x equal to 10. So kita fokus dekat x equal to 10 yang bahagian belakang ni. So repeat the same process. First test, we have to find f10. Choose then circle. Okay, kita memang ada then circle kat situ. So our function would be 10 squared minus 3. So we get 97 here. So kita dah dapat define value lah. Okay. First test dia dah pass. And then now check existence of limit. Ingat mesti pilih 10 from right, 10 from left. So if we calculate limit of x approaches 10 from right, tengok kat situ, 10 from right tak ada function langsung kan. Kita tak ada apa-apa function kat situ. So kita boleh terus juga buat conclusion. Now limit x approaches 10 from right does not exist. Sebab tak ada graph dah. So bila tak ada, does not exist, dia dah fail the second test. Sama, straight away jump to the conclusion. So f(x) is also discontinuous at x equal to 10. Habis cerita. Okay, so when it comes to continuity test, just make sure awak ingat 3 jenis test yang ada, buat ikut susunan. First, mesti check define value. Second test, kita akan check existence of limit. And then moving on to the third test, kita mesti check jawapan kat first test sama dengan jawapan kat second test. Kita cuba lagi satu soalan. Okay, so it's this one. there, but then it will be x if x does not equal to 0, and then it will be 1 equal to. Ingat mesti pilih dan circle. So define value sekarang akan jadi 1. So dia dah define lah. So we pass the first test. Okay. Next one. Second test about existence of limit. So limit x approaches 0 from left. Function kita akan jadi x. So our answer would be 0. And then limit x approaches 0 from right. Function also x. So our answer would be 0. Sebab from left and from right jawapan kita sama. So kita boleh buat conclusion limit x approaches 0 of our fx would be 0. So limit exists here. Kita pass the second test. Okay, sebab dapat second test kenalah buat the third test. So, third test, just check your answer whether first test and second test have the same figure. Nombor dia tu jawapan dia mesti sama. Okay, if we check back, first test jawapan kita 1. Second test jawapan kita 0. So dia tak sama. So our conclusion now, f0 does not equal to our limit. Define value tak sama dengan limit value. So kita dah fail the third test. Penat je kira kan. First test pass, second test pass, tiba-tiba sangkut kat third test. So sebab sangkut kat third test, it's still discontinuous. So fx is discontinuous at x equal to 0. Itulah contohnya. Satu-satu kita kena buat test. Okay. Kita pergi kepada last example.
Nak tanya soalan C tadi boleh?
Soalan sebelum ni ke?
C.
Ni.
Yang tu kan macam mana kita undefined sebab 3x tu kita tak ambil
Sebab when it comes to define value, kita mesti pilih yang included function. Included of -5. Okay. Ini kat sini saya dah lukis kejap saya patah balik kepada soalan asal. Okay. Kalau kita check kat sini, 3x tu dia from -5 up to 1. Tapi nampak tak kat -5 tu dia not included. Tak ada equal sign kat situ. Sebab tu saya memang lukis empty circle, bulat putih. So bila not included, dia tak boleh pilih sebagai function define lah. Kita mesti pilih define function if it's included. Mesti function yang ada equal sign. Mesti bulat yang bulat hitam. The dan circle. Bukannya empty circle. Sebab tu kita kena hati-hati pilih function. Jangan tersalah pilih. So, kalau kat sini tadi, bila ikut lukisan kita, kalau kita nak check define value, mesti pilih included kan. Tapi sekarang -5 tu, kalau 3x, dia excluded. Bulat putih. Tak termasuk. Sebab dia terus jadi undefined.
Okay Miss, thank you.
Okay. Ada soalan lain?
Miss,
Mhm.
kalau dia minta x equal to 6,
X equal to 6.
kita nak ambil daripada mana?
Ni tadi, X equal to 6. Kita
Okay,
nak
saya dah dapat
ambil.
dah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you Miss.
Alright. Any other question? Tak ada. Okay. Kalau tak ada, kita pergi last example for continuity. So determine the value of A and B so that the following function is continuous. Okay, tadi kita kena check continuous ke tak kan? Satu-satu kita check. But then for this question, dia terbalik. Dia cakap for sure now, it's continuous for all value of X. Dah confirm dah. Maksudnya sekarang value X yang ada kat sini negative 1 and 1. So dia dah confirm continuous at negative 1. Dia confirm continuous at 1. But then from those statement, we have to identify what is A and B. Macam tu pula. Dia terbalikkan situation lah. Okay. So kita pergi kepada statement dulu. Bila apa yang dia dah bagi ni, continuous ni, dia nak bagi kita satu equation sebenarnya yang kita yang kena keluarkan sendiri. Alright, so if it's continuous at x equal to negative 1, ini negative 1, maksudnya test pertama dengan test kedua mesti jawapan yang sama kan tadi? Itu syarat untuk test ketiga. So kalau saya rewrite in mathematical equation, it would be f of negative 1 must be the same as existence of limit. So x approaches negative 1 from left. Saya tulislah function kita. Okay. Negative 1 from left must be the same with limit of x approaches negative 1 from right. Ini equation yang kita ada, statement dia, sebab first test must be the same as second test. So define value mesti sama dengan limit. Okay, so from this kita ada 3 things kan. Kita just equate any two lah so that kita boleh munculkan equation pertama. So I choose last two part ni, limit kiri sama dengan limit kanan, so that kita boleh bentuk persamaan kat situ. Alright, so limit x approaches negative 1 from left from the piecewise function itself, function would be ax minus b. And then limit of x approaches negative 1 from right from the piecewise function once again should be 2x squared plus 3ax plus b. So kita dah muncul dah satu equation. Remember, in order to find limit, you must substitute. Gantikan je lah. So from there, we will get negative a plus b. Negative a minus b equal to 2 minus 3a plus b. Dapat tahu simplify lah. So kita akan dapat 4a minus 2b equal to 2. Boleh ringkaskan lagi kalau nak. So 2a minus b will be equal to 1. So that will be our first equation. Okay. Now kita kena pergi kepada second info pula. Second info, kalau tadi kita dah cerita pasal negative 1, sekarang kita kena cerita pasal 1 lah. Okay, so repeat the same process tapi kita ulang pula untuk satu. Sekejap ya. Okay, tarik skrin sekejap. Kita nak gerak. Okay, so kalau kita repeat untuk continuous at x equal to 1, sama jugalah. Test pertama, jawapan dia mesti sama dengan test kedua. So, dia akan jadi f1 equal to limit x approaches 1 from left. Saya terus tulis lah function dia. 1 from left tadi kita akan dapat 2x squared plus 3ax plus b equal to limit x approaches 1 from right. So 1 from right function kita 4. Okay, sama juga. Choose any two item that you can equate together to form an equation. Saya pilih yang dua belakang. Limit kiri sama dengan limit kanan juga. So, equation yang kita akan dapat sekarang would be 2 plus 3a plus b equal to 4. Simplify this up. Dapatlah 3a plus b equal to 2. And that would be the second equation. Bila dah ada dua equation, macam biasalah, awak boleh solve for A and B by using simultaneous equation. Up to you. Nak buat substitution boleh. Nak buat elimination pun boleh. Saya buat elimination. So, first equation boleh pluskan dengan second equation. We will get kejap saya ada salah kira ni. Saya mengarut kat depan ni. Ini 2. So ni akan dapat 1. So 4A should be 3. A should be 3/4. And then using A, find B. So B would be 3/4 minus 1. So kita akan dapat negative quarter. Yang bawah tu dah settle macam biasa je lah. Just make sure awak dapat equation yang betul kat atas tu. Jangan buat careless mistake macam yang saya kira tadi. Simplify pun saya careless lah. Okay, that would be another pattern of the question lah. Soalan kalau involving continuity, dia pusing-pusing yang ni je. Sama ada awak check dia continuous or discontinuous by using the graph or by using the piecewise function. Kan kena check satu-satu. Or soalan dia terbalik macam ni. Dia dah bagi syarat it's continuous. You have to find the constant in the function. Every single year rasanya pusing-pusing ini je yang keluar. So practice banyak kali dalam soalan tutorial should be no problem lah about continuity.